The suspense. How are you, gang?
I'm good. I'm good.
How is
Thanks for
everything
asking.
on your end? How's everything on your end?
Everything is good. Everything is good.
Good. Good to see you.
Me too.
Alrighty. Let's get this party started. Again, thank you to first of all, gang, thank you for joining me. Thank you to everyone out there that's listening. The American Bro live stream, of course, where we get together to not just practice English, but to discuss culture, and just discuss topics, right? Talk about the same thing everyone else is talking about. Not we're not claiming to be experts in none of these topics, unless you say so yourself. But yeah, we just we get into these conversations from time to time, and we figure it would be best to share it with all of y'all. Gang, how's your weekend? How have you been? Anything new?
Not much. I've been working this week. Uh, Not a lot of new things going on, but next month we will have a father holidays. It's actually next week, and I will be going on a vacation at the end of the year. Yes.
Awesome. Sounds like fun. And
Yeah.
anything anything specific or special that you'll do during this holiday?
For next week is a Father Day in Thailand, and
Father's
it's
Day.
yes, it's the day of that the late king was born. So they have that day as a Father's Day, and on that day, like everybody will stop working, like except like the restaurant and like some other places that like people like to go to, and on that day, I talked to my parents and we decided to go to have lunch together at the mall. Yes.
Awesome. That's something new. So it's the king's birthday, but they
It's
use
the
that day as Father's Day.
Yeah, the late king birthday actually. Yes, not the recent king. Yes.
Okay, and what's the name of the late king?
Uh, his name is very long, but he's the king number nine. Yes.
Got it. Okay. For those listening, Gang has told me about names being like, I think you told me one king, his name is like a page long, like super
Oh
long.
yes, yes, and you can sing a song like from his name. It's very long. Yes.
Got it. So number nine. And the most recent king is which number?
The recent one is number 10. Yes.
Right, number 10. We're just gonna give them numbers to keep it simple.
Yes, yes.
Well, as far as for my weekend, I did something kind of interesting, right? So me and Angie went on the biggest slide in Miami.
Oh,
All right.
nice.
And this happened by accident, was not
Yes.
planned. It's called it's actually designed by a German. I think his name
Yes.
is Karsten Haller. I guess now, like with like some modern art, they try to like take either furniture or like in this case, they'll take a slide, like a bench, and they try to like combine it with modern art. So like the
Oh,
slide,
nice.
it
Nice.
looks like it came out of like a Dr. Seuss book. And it's funny because it's right in front of the Apple store.
Ah,
I'm
nice. Nice.
like for a quick second, I was like, yo, did Apple make this slide? Because it's
And
like right next to it.
do you have a chance to go down the slide?
So we get up to the slide. The
Oh,
slide, I
yes.
believe, is 93 feet tall.
Oh, that's very tall. Yes.
Yeah, so if you go to the community tab of my YouTube, there's a picture and you'll see like it kind of paints the picture how big the slide is. At first Angie was like, nah, it's too big.
Yes.
And then I was like, yeah, you're right, too big. Let's go. And then we kept walking. But then once some children came out of the slide and they kind of came out excited, they came out happy. So that immediately changed her mind because I guess she felt like, okay, maybe the slide is not so bad.
Oh, yes. Yes.
So she was telling me, yeah, let's go on the slide. Let's go. The problem is, the slide, it's a long way to walk up and she can't walk by herself. So I have to
Yes.
kind of like go. And then once I'm up there, like there's only one other way back down. So I,
Uh,
I would have
yeah.
to go on the slide too.
Yes, yes. And did you go together or did you go separately on
Okay,
the
they
slide?
okay, so they had rules. Everyone had to go on their own because you go like in a little sack.
I see, I see. Yes,
So we went all the way to the top of the tower.
yes.
By the way, it's called the Aventura Slide Tower. It's
Nice,
free,
nice.
and you go to the top, and then you go into like a little like a little sack, and then, well, at first I had to think about it because I wasn't sure how I was gonna do it. So I figured, well, I'm not gonna let Angelica go first because then she's gonna be down there by herself. So
Yes,
I'm gonna
yes.
go first. Worst
Yes.
case scenario, like I'm looking at that tower, there's only one more way back down. So I feel
Yes,
like I'll
and
have
you can
more.
test it first as well, like to see how scary it is. Yes.
Well, no, because once I go, there's no way for me to stop her from going behind me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's true. That's true.
Gang, I'm not gonna lie. It was pretty fast. Like
Yeah,
I
yes.
felt like butterflies in my stomach. But it happens so fast that by the time you begin to think about how fast you're going, you're done. You're done.
Good, good.
And you're just laughing. You just can't stop laughing. You just have like the giggles right after. I
Yes.
was a little shaky about it.
Yeah.
Angelica, she came out like upside. She like, I think she turned around and tried to
Yes.
like slow it down with her hands a little bit.
Yes, yes,
Goes pretty fast, I'm telling you.
yes.
But
And like, if you have a chance to do it again, do you want to do it? Or is it enough for you?
I don't know. I think I'm good, right? Because I mean, I did it
Oh,
once, but
yes,
but
yes.
that's the thing. If Angelica wants to do it, I'm gonna have to walk her up every time.
Yes, yes.
So let's see. I don't mind. The area and the mall is beautifully decorated for Christmas. Looks very nice. The area, the ambiance, it just seemed very chill, and it was fun. It was something I didn't plan to do, but it just kind
Nice,
of
nice.
happened,
Yes.
and we both. It was kind of like we created a core memory. One of those little funny things that like we're
Yes,
always
yes.
gonna have in the
Remember,
back of that we're
yes.
always gonna remember. Good word, good word. And by the way, you can check out that video right now. It's my newest video, biggest slide in Miami. So if you're in the area, take your kids, go down the slide with them. But it's a little fast, not gonna lie, because the sack and then your weight makes it like
Yes, yes,
it it like makes you go faster.
yes.
But yeah, that was my weekend. Let me just check on before we get into our topic today. Let me just check on everything, make sure everything is running smooth. Just give me a moment here.
So everybody in your country must be excited that Christmas is coming soon, right?
Yes, right now Christmas is a big deal. Everyone is
Yes,
decorating. Everywhere you go, you see Christmas trees, you see Christmas lights. And as soon as Thanksgiving finishes, everybody starts prepping towards Christmas. So you definitely,
yes.
even at the slide at the mall, there was just
Yes,
Christmas
yes.
decorations all around.
I wish I had a chance to visit America at some point in the future because here, like, there's not a lot of decoration and people don't celebrate Christmas that much. So I think it would be a lot nicer, like in America compared with my country.
Yeah, you said like in Bangkok, you might see a couple
Maybe.
decorations, but nothing too drastic.
No, no, and people in general don't celebrate Christmas. But I remember when I was at school, I used to do it. Like my school is a Catholic school, and they celebrate Christmas every year. Yes, I need to buy some gift and like exchange it with my friends, and it was like a happy time. Like I feel like very happy when it gets around the end of the year.
Yeah, it gets into like a little. There's like a vibe. There's like a little
Oh
feeling.
yes, yes, and the weather get a little colder, so it's nice. Yes,
Gang, give me one brief second. Just
yes.
got to communicate with somebody really quick. Give me one moment. I'll be right back.
Oh
Okay.
yes, yes, yes.
Sorry about that. As y'all know, we're just on live stream number 10. We're still figuring out this live stream thing. So forgive me, just working little perks here on my end. But yes, today's topic, very interesting topic that I want to talk about, the Darièn Gap, right? Have you heard anything about the Darièn Gap gang so far?
Yes, I look it up on YouTube a little bit, and I think it's like a big jungle that separate between like North and South America, and then that jungle is very big and it can be dangerous. Like when you need to cross it, like there's no road or anything. Like you need to walk. Yes.
Absolutely. It's like a tropical rainforest, a jungle, if that's a term that is more recognized. But yeah,
Yes.
basically between Panama and Colombia, there's like this jungle that is actually the name the gap, the Darien Gap comes from the Pan American highway that goes from Alaska to Argentina, but it doesn't connect in that specific location. So the Darien Gap has no road. So the road would end, the whole Darien Gap, and then the road would start up again in Colombia.
Yes, yes.
Now, this jungle, it's like
And but normally what people would do, like if they want to cross like between North and South America.
God, and gang, do me a quick favor. If you mind lowering me a little bit on your side,
Oh yes, yes.
thank you. Um, appreciate it. So the to me, it's kind of like a gift and a curse, because a curse because it is very difficult to cross the Darien Gap. Um, I
Oh
saw
yes.
I saw a few videos, and it's groups of people going across. It could be up to 5 days where you're basically camping out, um, sleeping out in your tent, trying to cross this piece of land, and there's like wild animals. There could be insects, venomous snakes.
Oh
Um,
yes, yes.
the weather, it's always really hot because it's really close. It's really close to the equator, so it's extremely hot, and at the same time, you can catch a lot of rainfall that could create like muddy waters or like landslides, which is
Oh yes, yes.
not going to help anybody trying to navigate. So it's very hard to cross this. But if you're able to cross it, which many do, it is it's like a segue into like the main goal for a lot of people, which is to get to the United States border to hopefully get some freedom.
Yes.
So a lot of people from all over the world get together. They meet up in Colombia. Some of them even pay a lot of money to have a guide walk them through, because again, there's a lot of dangers going through this jungle,
Oh
not
yes.
just weather, not just animals, but there might be some indigenous groups, some people that might want to rob you. Some people have been killed, women have been raped. So it can be very dangerous crossing this. And, sometimes they cross in big groups. Of course, the
Yes.
bigger the group, the safer it is, but the longer it takes.
Oh yes, yes.
So sometimes certain groups will like, 5, 6 people might say, look, man, we got to get ahead a little bit. So they'll walk ahead. But then now they're only 6 people. They're not 100.
Yes.
It's a lot easier to rob 6 people than a 100.
Yes, I agree. I agree.
But yeah, very interesting. And they're wondering, why don't they build a highway? Why don't they connect it? There's actually not a lot of interest for either side to want to build a highway there. One reason is, well, what I learned, Panama used to be part of Colombia.
Yes.
That was their territory. But again, this gap, this jungle made it so difficult to travel, so difficult to gain control of that side that eventually Panama gained independence. The United States helped them because they were interested in the canal. Remember the
Yes.
canal we talked about Panama
Oh, yes.
the other
Yes.
day? So they were able to be independent, and now this jungle still remains. So they don't really want to build a highway. They've tried to like pave a road, but
Yes.
after a short amount of time, the jungle will grow and like the road will
Yes.
disappear.
Yes. That's interesting. Yes.
Yeah. So and also another thing. So a lot of cocaine comes from Colombia.
Yes. Yes.
So that's another reason why they don't want to build a road, just because it just makes it a little more difficult for
Yes.
any smuggling to happen. It makes it even for people who want to migrate to the US, it makes it a little difficult. If there was just a road, then more immigrants would go in, more drugs would go into North America. So that jungle kind of plays out like a shield, because in one hand, it makes transporting difficult, but in the other hand, some of these groups can hide out and do business in this jungle because there's not that many people there.
Yes. Yes.
So year after year, more and more people get together and they gather at this. They gather in Colombia and they go on this journey. And they go with children, family, and of course, many of these people are escaping a difficult situation in hopes to find freedom, to find better life. Unfortunately, they have to go through this journey to get there. Some people with more money either can fly over it or take a
Yes.
boat around it,
Yes. Yes.
but not everybody has that privilege. So sometimes they just have to walk across it.
Yes. And apart from like a group of people that want to get from like South America to North America, or maybe get from North America to South America, uh, is is there any like traveler that want to like visit this Darièn Gap like for traveling purpose or maybe like hiking or something else?
Okay, so I mean, yeah, you can go. Okay, so the YouTube video I saw, two guys went on this journey through the Darius Gap. They didn't have to,
Oh yes, yes, but
but they
like
did
they
it
want
for
to.
like
Oh yes.
they wanted to experience it, document it, and they did it. But you're risking your life for this
Oh
reason.
yes, yes,
Yeah, like there's no like if these people are risking their lives for their families for freedom.
yes.
If you do this, just know that there might be a high cost to this journey.
Oh, I see, I see.
All right. Hey, gang, we got four people, 5 people watching us now. So for those of
Yes,
us that just joined in, we're talking about the Darius Gap. I was explaining a little bit about that. Of course, this is a jungle, a tropical rainforest in between Panama and Colombia. But it is an outlet for many migrants trying to get to the United States. They cross this dangerous jungle, risking their lives in hopes for freedom. But if you're able to find some YouTube videos where people document this journey, I highly suggest it. Very interesting to see. But but yeah, let me see see if I missed anything on the Darian Gap. Dari, and then the E has like a little exclamation mark on the top. N Gap. And there's also the body of water that it's in between is the Gulf of Darien and the Gulf of Panama.
Good,
It's
good.
a isthmus. You know what's an isthmus?
No. Can you explain it?
It's like a little tiny strip of land that connects
Yes.
two big pieces of land.
Yes, yes. How to spell it, by the way?
Isthmus. ISTHMUS.
IS. Yes. Ispas. Yes.
All right. All right. We do have some people in the live chat. Oh, we got my boy Pachu checking in, listening. Shout out to my boy out there. Got John Milk Dunn connecting. Y'all stay tuned in, man. We're talking about the Darièn Gap. Again, we're here in the live stream, practicing English, talking about culture, discussing topics. Again, I don't claim to be an expert at these things, but we're just learning, man. We're just talking. But yeah, it also one of the places that gets the most rainfall. Get a lot of rain.
Yes.
I think I mentioned
Yes.
already that they get the landslides. They get the muddy waters. I know because I live in South Florida where we basically live like in a swamp.
Yes. And like if like a group of people want to walk across that forest, and how long it normally takes to cross it, like
Okay.
for the average people in reality.
Alrighty. So it is now. I did some research and different resources had like a different length.
Oh
So I
yes,
kind of
yes.
gathered between 60 to 100 miles long. Now, I don't know
Oh
how they're measuring. Maybe there's like a certain part that it lightens up and maybe it's not as bad. I don't know from what point to what point they're
yes,
measuring and a 30-mile wide stretch.
yes, yes. That's really long walk. Yes,
So some people said it takes them like about 5 days.
yes.
Again, like let's say three men go and they try to go fast.
Oh
They
yes,
jog a little bit. They don't sleep
yes,
that much.
yes.
They might make it quicker, but the key is to make it.
Oh yes, yes. To make it safe.
And
Yes,
sometimes when you have these groups of 200 people and they have children and you got to cross the water, and then you got to slow down for the children. You might have to go back and help one of the kids. You might have to help the 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 women, the grandparents. The whole family tries to take this trip because everybody has to go. They don't want to stay behind in whichever country they're coming from. And it may not even be South America. In
oh
some
yes.
videos, some people from China were crossing it. People
Oh,
all
that's
over the
interesting.
world
Yes,
go, they meet there. And like I said, some people pay a fee to
yes.
have someone guide them through because they might have a connection with the cartel to let them pass.
Oh yes, yes, yes,
This group is okay. They paid. Let them pass. Let them go. You know, because they know who's who.
yes.
At one point, there's a boat ride. There's a little boat ride you have to take. It's a journey. It's real crazy. And then at the very end, the video I was watching, they got caught. Well, they crossed right, so they crossed over to Panama, and they got arrested, but it was more like an immigration arrest,
Oh yes, yes.
and they held everybody like in this little camp. I'm so surprised the guy had his camera and was filming and making a YouTube video out of it, but he
Yes.
did it. That was a very very interesting video, and at the end they just let him go. And mind you, since they have citizenship from their country, they went out, caught a plane, and just went back home
Oh,
without the video.
yes.
All right. But yeah, man, there was some people in the chat, people in the live stream. I kind of like deviated back to the topic just so I can focus and not lose track of that. Let me see how our time is looking. All right, just at about time. All right, shout out to Brave, shout out to Richard from Canada listening in. Yeah, we got to talk about Canada one day. I feel like
Yes.
Canada's like the country that at least for me, like I don't hear too much about it. Like I have to kind of go outside of my comfort zone to like look for information. But it's a place I really, really want to visit. Toronto, Quebec.
Yes.
We got the well, on the border between the United States and Canada. There's like a little town by the Niagara Falls that I was looking at. It
Ah,
looked
yes.
like it looked like little Las Vegas. It had
Yes.
restaurants, lights, everybody outside hanging out. I gotta get back the name of that town. But awesome. But gang, anything else new on your side?
No, no. Apart from the Father's Day next week that I'm expecting to go to, nothing much. Like I will be working.
Okay, so you're going on a trip, but like on a regular Father's Day, what's that like? Like walk me through maybe a past Father's Day. What is something that's like that you would normally do? Maybe some kind of tradition.
What do you mean? Can you explain it more?
On Father's Day. So maybe on Father's Day, the
Ah,
king's
yes,
birthday, like
yes.
maybe on another year, what is something that you did? Because I know this one
Um,
coming up, you're going on a trip.
Normally there will be a lot of decoration in the city. So at night, like it's kind of beautiful. You can like go with your family and drive. But I think the purpose of the Father's Day is like to be with your father. So I like to be with my father. Maybe take him to lunch or dinner somewhere nice. Yes, and enjoy spending some time with him. Yes.
Absolutely. I agree with that. Our Father's Day is like it passed. It's like in the spring sometime or something like
Oh,
that.
good, good.
But
Yes.
yeah, shout out to my father too. Love you, pops.
Yes.
Um, but yeah, we're just about. I think we're at good timing. We still got some people in the chat. Let me see. Let me take a glance over there. Let me see. All right. Someone asked what your name was. Gang. Kind of like gang, like a group of people aiming towards one goal, but with an E. Geng. Gang.
Yes, yes. Geng is a Thai name and it means good in Thai. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Somebody in the chat was asking that. But yeah, I think we're at a good timing. We could probably wrap it up here. Again, just to kind of recap, we went over the Darien Gap, um, Amazon rainforest, jungle-like, very dangerous journey that many people take to migrate in hopes to get to the United States. So if y'all on YouTube, like you are right now, look up Darien Gap. Many cool videos you can watch. Of course, um, it also can be a very unfortunate situation. So I just don't want to like not put mind towards those people. So my prayer to those that maybe didn't make it through the Darien Gap or suffer some loss as they crossed. Um, I know it's a very difficult journey and it's not something that many want to do, but it's kind of something they have to do. And I think it takes a lot of courage and resilience to make a choice to take that journey, especially when they have children with them. Sometimes I feel a little sad to see the kids, and the kids are having fun. They're jumping in the
Yes.
water, they're going through the trees. They truly make the best of it, maybe more than the adults do.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
shout out to everybody out there crossing that. And yeah, we're good for this week. Again, thank you everyone that joined. We got some new listeners today. So shout out to y'all. Every Tuesday, same time. I say about I want to say 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm gonna try my best, but definitely between 6 and 6:15, we'll get the live stream up and running. Always discussing different topics, practicing our English, doing some culture exchange, talking about things just like y'all. All right. It's the conversation that's taking place around the world. Y'all know how it is. Gang, thank you so much. I appreciate you. And I'll let you say goodbye to the people.
Yes. Thank you, Ramon. It is good to see you and talk to you. And thank you everybody for coming in today and listen to us.
Always a pleasure, man. Shout out to everybody. Pachu, thanks for joining in. Shout out to you. And yeah, man, I'll catch y'all next week.